The signal is coming from over this way. This is old Decepticon technology.
Whoa!
Touch nothing. We have no idea why this place was sealed.
You don't understand. We've always found traces of our predecessors, but never anything like this. An actual intact structure.
Remember, we were sent here because Waspinator detected unique energy signatures. And I think we discovered the source.
Is that a Decepticon?
Conduct Megatron. You want to know of living Decepticon?
Impressive. A living Decepticon. That must mean these stasis pods. Yes, it means they must contain other Decepticons as well. He must have been tasked with guarding them.
If that is the case, then we are in danger.
Danger?
Megatron has warned us of the danger a single Decepticon can be. And I count 9 pods, 3 of which are open.
Open?
Must wait the others.
Skybite to Megatron. We have found the source of the energy signature Waspinator detected in the Uncharted Zone. Transmitting to you now.
We need to leave immediately.
What of the other Decepticons?
We have to come back for them. The Maximus are here, and we are outnumbered. Drop him and help me!
Right.
No, Catbot! Whoever best me!
What about him?
Optimus Primal.
Optimus. This is growing tiresome. You are all inferior to my sonic attack. Shockwave is superior.
Waspinator terrorized! Waspinator has destroyed a weak blue bot. Megatron will be pleased.
That blue bot is Megatron's prize, you imbecile.
Megatron lives. You will take me to Megatron. Now.
Very well. That was the plan anyway.
See you around, Maximus scum.
He called himself Soundwave.
Isn't Soundwave a myth? Autobots and Decepticons, they're not really real, are they?
Though full remains have never been recovered before, I believe they're real. Megatron certainly believes it. The Uncharted Zone is filled with all sorts of relics that verify their existence.
It's believed that the Uncharted Zone used to be where the Autobots and Decepticons fought the Civil War.
So if that guy was really Soundwave, do you think there are more Decepticons around here?
Only one way to find out.
Whoa, What is this stuff?
They look like stasis pods. Look at this one here! If my knowledge of history is correct, that pod resembles...
Optimus Prime.
Primal, what have you done?
If this is Optimus Prime, then he may be what we have so desperately needed to save us.
Holy buttermilk toast and whole wheat gravy on a Sunday afternoon!
Brawl, would you keep it down?
Yeah, that's gonna get old real quick.
Fascinating. It appears my lab was discovered during our stasis.
I'll slaughter 'em!
Big Bot. They're all waking up.
Those logos. There's Autobots and Decepticons both.
Oh great, you're the smart one.
Starscream, how did you get here?
Rodimus, sideswipe. Are you okay?
Looks like they didn't make it. I'm sorry, Optimus.
Starscream! Why would you take Soundwave's pod? We needed him, not you.
Starscream did what?
Optimus Prime? Everybody stop! What is going on here?
What are you? Are you a Cybertronian?
They appear to be in a state of shock. We need to approach this slowly.
Boring.
Please, we will answer all your questions in due time. But for now, so we can understand how to help you, tell us what happened. How did you get here?
There are severe architectural design flaws in this base.
Quiet!
And you said you found this bozo underground.
Who are you calling bozo? Soundwave is superior.
This is getting to be too much.
I came to repledge my allegiance to Megatron. Where is Megatron? How did he survive?
If it isn't the mighty Soundwave.
You are not Megatron.
Oh, I am. Just not the Megatron you were expecting. To say, meeting another Decepticon is exhilarating.
Another.
Well, I consider myself to be one in many ways. Many, if not all, of the principal values of this faction, the Predacons, are rooted in the foundation of the Decepticons.
You are a pretender.
Are we not all cogs in the same machine, fighting against those who would enslave us in peace by drowning our glorious pride? Now, instead of this small talk, let's get into the real reason I sought you out.
I cannot read it for you.
Can't or won't? You didn't even try, so I'm not sure which.
Cannot.
But you know what this is.
This data disk is encrypted with level 7 clearance. It's for Megatron's optics only.
I am level 7.
You misunderstand. The data on that disk is password protected. Only Megatron knows the password. How did you find that disk?
Are you scanning me?
How is this possible? Lord Megatron.
Lord Megatron. Now that has a nice ring to it. Yes. And with Soundwave as a loyal servant, we will finally be able to wipe out the Maximus.
Negative.
Do explain.
The Maximals have no doubt reactivated the other Autobots and Decepticons. from stasis. They will be essential in recalling the Exodus from 60,000 years ago.
And who's to say I want all these bots returning to my world and upsetting the balance?
At the very least, the Decepticons in the pods could be of value. Doubledealer, a brute. Brawl, a scout. Starscream, a coward but skilled air commander. Shockwave, a scientist and engineer.
Dinobot.
Yes, Megatron.
You and Soundwave will recover the remaining Decepticons from the Maximal's captivity. Yes. We cannot allow them to provide a tactical edge for our sworn enemy.
We may need to track their base.
This will be difficult since we've already looked everywhere.
I have scanned for their location. You have searched far and wide all over Cybertron in vain.
What?
Their base is mobile, airborne.
Using a warship as a base is a smart move. Megatron often spoke of doing the same. It was one of his few good ideas.
We'd have beaten you regardless.
Do you want to hear another really good idea? Me tossing you out of this ship and watching you fall.
Enough, Starscream! Soundwave was the bot we needed, and now the Predacons have him! I lost Rodimus and sideswiping those pods, and so many more in the battle before entering them, and now I'm stuck with you!
Yes, your battle. Had I been there and in command, we would not have lost Cybertron in the first place.
Starscream, let me reiterate. 2 of my closest friends, and the best chance at calling the rest of them home, are gone. Your life means as much to me as a single cyberthread. Something I can easily cut in two.
It seems their story about teaming up holds true, but remains an uneasy alliance at this time.
I'll keep a close eye on that Starscream guy.
A wise choice. He seems to be the point of contention amongst them.
What the heck was that thing?
That was a simple ground bridge. I have body modifications equipped that allow me to trigger them remotely.
Old Decepticon technology.
The precious home of the Maximus.
It looks ancient.
Rhinox, I think we're having a glitch in the system.
What is it?
Predacons aboard the Axelon. That can't be right. Oh, it's possible. How would you know?
Soundwave.
He wouldn't turn on us, would he?
Oh, he'd do that. He would for his one true master, Megatron.
At long last, Optimus Primal dies. What?
It can't be. Optimus Prime.
He's mine.
He's incredible.
Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. He's going easy on this guy.
What are you doing?
I believe that as a result of the last events on Cybertron, the Cybertronians exposed to the core's energy were reformatted into Maximals and Predacons.
That's preposterous.
An interesting hypothesis. What evidence do you possess?
I have scanned the Predacon ranks. I have also been scanning the Maximals.
Black Arachnia appears to share a DNA signature with Nightbird. Rhinox with Perceptor. Skybite with Blastoff. Optimus Primal with Ultra Magnets. Weren't these bots killed?
For this to happen, they must have still been alive.
Cheetor with Sideswipe. Waspinator with Refractor. Dinobot with Rodimus Prime.
The compromised stasis pods. That's why they were open. They woke up and walked out of here.
Megatron is Lord Megatron.
Megatron? You said he was at Ground Zero, down with Vector Sigma.
After interrogating the Predacons, I have learned that Megatron often speaks in conversations that aren't with them. As if a memory, and seems unusually familiar with all the Cybertron.
Decepticons, we are leaving this abandoned cause.
Oh, hell yeah! Screw you, Autobots! Where do you think you're going, Shockwave?
With you. You want to win these beast wars? You'll need those experienced in war.
Of course they'd pull this on us now.
Die, Auto Swine!
Our shields are down!
You've done your work well, Decepticon.
Whoa! Thanks, Primal.
This isn't over, Optimus Prime.
We're going down!
Can you level us out?
I may have gotten this in the air, but I'm not that good of a pilot.
Step aside, boys. Let the adults go to work.
You know how to fly this ship?
Well, this is heavily modified old-style Decepticon tech. A light-class warship. Its main purpose was for hauling low-grade officers about the place. It was never intended for a real fight.
The Axelon is a Decepticon ship?
I think I've got this. I think I can keep her airborne. I'm engaging crash protocols! You guys might want to hold on to something. Wait, where's Prime?
What?
What is that?
Oh, Maximus can't fly, can't they?
It's no Maximal. It's Optimus Prime.
Prime?
No more of this senseless violence, Megatron. All we want is peace.
Optimus Prime? But I impaled you with my sword to the ground. How dare you insult me by continuing to live? Blasted Prime has us outdone.
Soundwave and I could call for Decepticon reinforcements, who would gladly answer the call to destroy Optimus Prime.
No. No more Decepticons. No more Autobots. Your time came and went. It is the natural order to be replaced by superior descendants.
Your logic is flawed. For superior descendants, the Decepticons vastly outweigh the Predacons in combat prowess.
You, Aqua Blue Decepticon,
Yes, Megatron.
Follow the ship as it descends. Kill any survivors once it crashes.
Your will is my doing, my lord. For the Decepticon cause.
Waspinator thinks that bot is totally cuckoo.
There's no honor in murdering bots that can't fight back. I better hurry.
One of your Predacons seems to be running after him, mighty Megatron.
Dinobot is an enforcer of my will. He would only move in to ensure that my orders are carried out. Yes.
What do we do about the Prime in the meantime?
Optimus Prime has us pinned down, so I'm open to suggestions.
Doubledealer approaches the wreckage! Autobot scum, prepare to die! One shot ought to do it.
A victory with no honor is not a victory.
I don't care about your precious honor.
I spot one Predacon and Doubledealer.
It's Dinobot. Rhinox, tend to Cheetor and Hotshot. I'll go and have a chat with them.
Yo, wait! I can help!
You're not going anywhere until your damages are repaired.
Primal, Cheetor is right. It's not a good idea to take the both of them on alone.
You're damaged, and you will only get in my way.
With all due respect, you may be an Optimus, but you're not my commander. And I'm not asking.
Fine.
I've had enough of your slimy reptile tongue talking about honor and filth like that.
Tread carefully, or those will be the last words you hear.
Just as I thought. You Predacons are soft. We Decepticons will have no trouble steamrolling through your weak ranks.
Infighting already?
Leave it to Doubledealer to pick a good time for a double cross.
Hotshot and Ape-Man, you may be here, but my missile will strike your ship and destroy your stupid animal bodies.
Dinobot?
Make no mistake, Primal. I do not sympathize with your cause, and I am not defecting. I will simply accept no other victory other than one earned honorably.
Are you sure you're not a Maximal? Because that is a rather Maximal mindset.
Draw your weapons and face me, warrior to warrior.
I'll take care of this.
No. I've accepted his challenge. I need you to keep Doubledealer away from attacking the other Maximals.
If I may speak freely.
Yes, go on.
Your troops lack the combat experience we Autobots and Decepticons do. To engage Prime now would result in casualties due to their inexperience alone, let alone the fact that Prime has the high ground.
Are you suggesting we retreat?
Falling back to a more tactical location.
Unfortunately, I'm inclined to agree. Predacons, retreat!
Upon finding better cover, the Decepticons will return, whether you like it or not.
Prime Jets, maximum burn.
What are you waiting for? Vanquish me as a warrior. That is my final request.
You fought an honorable fight.
No!
What are you doing? This is Megatron's lieutenant.
Let him go.
Do you know what you're doing? What you are asking me to do?
I do understand, Primal. But I need you to trust me.
I am a warrior. Let me die with my honor.
Honor? You are part of the wrong faction if you value honor.
What would you know of honor?
More than the Megatron I knew, which is far more than your Megatron.
Dinobot has brutally slain Maximal after Maximal. His honor is skewed.
Let's barrel!
We had him.
I know, Primal, but I have just received an encoded message from Shockwave.
The Decepticon with the one eye?
That's right, the one with the one eye. Who betrayed us? So what the heck does he want?
To meet. And he insisted none of the Maximals and Predacons should be destroyed beforehand.
You're not going alone.
Correct. He insisted me and Hotshot both go. No Maximals.
It's a trap.
I have seen Shockwave's form of a trap. They aren't this obvious. This is something else. Tend to your Maximals. Hotshot and I will return soon to assist you in establishing a new base.
Where are they going?
A rendezvous with the bots who betrayed us.
It will likely be a trap.
I don't like it either. But they aren't listening to me. Hotshot said so himself. Plus, I get the feeling that with the return of the Autobots and Decepticons, this will be the end of the Maximals and the Predacons.
What about Rattrap?
He has been surveilling behind enemy lines for the last cycle, and it looks like they were headed this way.
If our communications are still functional, contact Rattrap and have him listen in.
I haven't spotted any signs of the enemy.
Neither did I from the air. We are alone out here, but I don't like it.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Wait, what's this?
Optimus Prime, I know you will likely find this message to be unworthy of your trust, but you must listen regardless. While my leaving with the Predacons was not a ploy, in my short time with this Megatron, I have deduced he will not tolerate any living Maximals, Autobots, or Decepticons for much longer. He will create issues and make a return for the remaining of our race to return difficult. Their return must take place if this world is to be rebuilt. Therefore, I will be leaving you dead drops that should provide you tactical knowledge he will not expect you to have. Once our race has returned home, our alliance will cease. In the meantime, we must limit Maximal or Predacon casualties. More on this matter will be explained once I am more certain of the intricate details. If you choose to disregard this based on hurt feelings, then you are a fool and you deserve the fate he will bring you. End of message.
Are you sure it is this way?
Yes. I've been seeing it poke from the ground for my last 2 visits.
Why didn't you excavate it?
I'm not sure what it is or if it's dangerous.
Ah, yes. Well, never fear. I am here.
What if it's dangerous?
We'll never know if we do nothing. It's an awe.
But it's entirely metal. No techno-organic materials whatsoever. Do you know what this means?
There's likely the rest of the corpse buried here.
All these years, our race has searched for answers of who we are, what this place is. This proves that at some point, life was on this nameless world. This bot walked this planet, lived his life, and expired on this planet. What must he have seen? What did he experience?
I must say, your excitement is intoxicating. This is the first definitive sign of proof that we are not the first inhabitants. And I have a feeling their world was in the uncharted zone. If we can just get a working party to explore there, who knows what we might discover?
Did we hear anything from Rattrap about that meeting?
No, they got back before he did. However, I've ordered him to tail us discreetly in case something is amiss.
Can't be too careful.
Hey, Big Red! Where are we heading?
It won't be much further now.
Why are we following him when he doesn't say where are we going?
These caves are on top of what used to be a system of tunnels, used by Autobot spy networks. Information that would have come through here would have been for myself and Rodimus only.
I've heard you mentioned Rodimus earlier, back in the lab.
Rodimus Prime was my protege. Before all of this, the war used to be fought on two worlds, Earth and Cybertron. I was on Earth defending humanity from Starscream. Rodimus was tasked with holding a base on Cybertron against Shockwave until Earth was safe.
They were both in the pods with you, though.
The same disgusting primitives.
I apologize. The same humans we fought to save from the Decepticons invaded Cybertron. They took control of Vector Sigma. It is a supercomputer for the entire planet. They were using it to try and terraform Cybertron to be more like Earth. Megatron stopped that by using it to reformat rather than completely terraform.
Which led to our creation.
Exactly. The process was already too far along to completely undo. So my understanding is that along with all the changes to the planet made by humans, Megatron threw in seeds for our race to adapt and evolve with these new changes.
We don't know much about our creation. Hardly anything, really. Your Cybertron has only been dreamt of. My Megatron and I were the leading team of archaeologists, determined to find the answers to all historical questions buried beneath the surface. It wasn't until we made some discoveries that we learned this planet was named Cybertron.
Bit by. The cave is metal now?
Perhaps we've entered a vessel.
No. Around 90% of Cybertron used to be covered in metal. Nothing organic.
But where do these tunnels lead, Optimus?
Hope. A last hope in a case of complete catastrophe.
That's bigger than the Axion!
Optimus, I thought the Ark was on Earth.
It is. Nearing the completion of the Ark, Elita 1 pressed me to come up with a backup plan, in case the Ark was ever destroyed. So, I commissioned a second one to be constructed. Later it sat here in secret. Rodimus knew of it being here and spent the majority of his campaign to defend Cybertron, trying to retake the entrance to the tunnels and reach this ship.
So is this airborne ready?
Unfortunately, no. It was never completed. But with the hidden location and heavy shielding it possesses, it should serve as a fitting base of operation.
If we could bring in some of the tech from the Axelon crash site, it will serve as a fitting base.
Agreed. But there is just one concern. This ship was just a frame when I last saw it. But this looks finished. Even though it was left unattended, we must recon the perimeter and the ship itself for any possible intruders.
I agree. Rhinox, head back to the Axelon to start working on moving some of that tech. The rest of us will join you shortly. Cheetor, flank left. Rattrap, flank right.
Wait, Rattrap?
You just had to blow my cover, Banana Boy.
You should show your commanding officer more respect.
Yeah.
He's rough around the edges, but he grows on you.
So it was your bot you had spy on me and Hotshot earlier.
Prime,
I understand, Primal. If strangers from a distant past I knew very little of arrived at the tail end of the war that I've been fighting, when our numbers are dwindling dreadfully low, I would be overly cautious as well.
How did you know our numbers were low?
I have been fighting a war for a very long time, Optimus. The signs are present that both you and Megatron are close to the point I feared my Megatron and I would be at. Complete extinction. Well, this is odd.
What is?
This is a Teletran terminal, but it has no connecting lines or built-in supports. It controls nothing. It shouldn't even be here. Teletran terminals were extremely valuable during the war, expensive to maintain or replace, and vital since they all connect to Vector Sigma's servers, and thus the complete database of Cybertron. And yet this one appears to be recently used. Unless... Optimus Prime requesting reactivation.
Optimus Prime. It has been a very long time.
Another Autobot?
Hello, Maximal friend. My name is Mainframe. Living computer.
Oh great. A talking computer.
Not just any talking computer. Mainframe was assigned to the construction of the second transport vessel.
And despite the exodus to Earth and returning war efforts here, I was never relocated.
How did he know about the Maximals if he's never left?
I am able to access a direct link to Vector Sigma's database from anywhere, at any time. There is lots of data stored on all of your actions, Optimus Primal.
How? Before today, I've never heard of Vector Sigma.
All tech on this planet circumvents its data through Vector Sigma. Your engineers created tech that piggybacked on old Decepticon tech. Therefore, you all transmit through similar signals that Vector Sigma accesses, collects, and archives, which I then read.
That's creepy.
Do not fret, Rattrap. I will not inform anyone here of your browser history.
Mainframe, how are you here?
And not dead. I traced Megatron's actions in Vector Sigma as they were happening. I recalled a team of Autobots here as they were heading for the launch pods, as the second arc has a thick carbon lining in the walls. And then, I just transformed.
Transforming saved you?
I am artificially created. The Reformation energy wave did not faze me, because I do not possess spark energy like you all. It did not recognize me as living, so I was unaffected.
And there is a team of Autobots here.
Yes. There are 4 Autobots. I instructed them to place themselves in stasis for their protection until I could confirm it was safe for reactivation. Seeing as you are here and not dead, it is safe to say that it is safe. Transmitting reactivation code now.
Just like that, there'll be more Autobots?
Just like that, friend Cheetor. It will be nice to have company for a change.
You've been alone the whole time.
Yes, I spent my time completing the second arc. Unfortunately, I ran out of the last of my parts stock 40,000 years ago. This arc cannot fly, so I spent the rest of my time reading.
Must have been boring.
Morning already. Optimus Prime, sir.
Prime. He doesn't sound too happy.
Depth Charge was never a fan of mine. He had issues with the way I was running things.
Mainframe's been feeding us intel while in stasis. I'll be joining the Maximal faction. That way I don't take orders from Prime.
Perfect. We don't want you anyways.
That's kind of harsh.
All of these bots are physically ready for any assigned task.
Oh, I see we made some new friends. That's good because I could use some help hauling equipment over.
Lead the way, Rhinox.
So this is what the actual Oct looked like?
Close. Picture lots of hustling and bustling Autobots in a perpetual state of high stress.
Sounds exhausting.
Autobots, Maximals, we have established a new base. We have found new friends. We must become a strong, functioning team. Working together to finally end the war we began so long ago. To put an end to the Predacons' desire to conquer what the Decepticons couldn't. Today, we take the first strides on the path towards peace on Cybertron!
Megatron has assigned me a number of duties which I must ask you for your assistance with.
I've heard the stories of the old world, your war. I do not want to be anywhere near your lab work.
Your hesitation is logical, but fear not. I am to begin working on decoding the encryptions of the golden disc with Soundwave.
What do you think is on the disc? Memoirs? Maps?
I know what information is on the disc.
And you refused to share this information with Megatron.
It is a bill of sale.
For what?
A weapon that is better left lost to time.
Why are you telling me this?
I know you have a weak constitution for evil. You value honor. This weapon has none, and I will be working on my end to keep it from Megatron's unworthy hands.
What do you expect me to do now?
You could inform Megatron of my treachery, or you could take the disc and give it to Optimus Prime and the Maximus.
And why would I do that?
You ask too many questions. But the short answer is because you obviously want to. Soon, I will bring him back. And then Cybertron will be saved.
Rhinox to depth charge. You're overdue to report in.
No sign of Predacon activity in this sector.
It's quite a pity.
And you said his name was Starsaber?
Indeed. A warrior of an ancient order of knights that defended Cybertron alongside the original 13 Primes, after their victory over Unicron.
Well, isn't that just Prime? Wonder where he's going.
Let's ask him.
I don't think we could just flash some lights and he'll pull over.
There are other ways.
And you want non-fatal?
Indeed. We need the Predacon alive.
Are you aware just how difficult a task you are requesting?
One Predacon coming up.
The probability that you'll hit a non-fatal attack is slim.
Why is Waspinator always getting blown up?
Well, good shot.
Nice shot, Cliffjumper.
I'm always a good shot.
Except that one time on Earth where you had Megatron right in your crosshairs and you missed.
We don't talk about that.
Where could he have taken it? Why haven't we found it?
Megatron. Before I was Air Commander of the Decepticons and Governor of the Decepticon Earth Campaign, I was a seeker. Allow me to track him down, and I will succeed where your Predacons have failed thus far.
I know a great deal about you, Starscream. I know not to trust you, yes.
If you were the Megatron I knew, that would be true. But you are far more... commanding and powerful than he ever was. A far greater leader to serve.
Your words do flatter me. Fine. Hunt him down. And if I find you have betrayed me in any way...
You said that Megatron could not be allowed to have the disc. But why? Why are you decoded?
It appears the guise of me working to break through the firewalls of the disc can fool lesser minds. Soundwave will be much trickier to hide from. I have been cloaking my activities from him to hide the fact I am counterminding his progress. A truth I cannot keep concealed forever.
And you want me to take the disc? Where could I go so that Megatron wouldn't find me?
Though I would prefer I keep it myself. It needs to get to Optimus for safeguarding. The disc is a bill of sale, as I said before. Megatron long ago commissioned a great weapons manufacturer to forge a weapon that would have ended the war in an instant. This disc can lead to that weapon and activate it. In this Megatron's hands, he would never allow the return of my Decepticon brethren, and rather use the weapon on them.
I can't just run across the plains and hope the Predacons don't find me. How will I reach the Maximus when I don't even know where they are?
Knowing Prime, he will have taken them underground. There is a hangar the Autobots have thought secret for some time. The entryway to reach this was relatively near the Axelon crash site, but you will be detected before you reach it. However, there was another entry point.
Then that is where I would take it. Where is it?
Iacon. I believe that is the area you refer to as the Uncharted Zone. I am uploading maps and schematics of old Cybertron, which should make Iacon easily traversable.
The Uncharted Zone was your home.
The Autobots' home, Kaon, my home, is now part of the land you inhabit after humans reduced it to rubble.
I probably need to do something so you can maintain your cover.
A simple story should.
And Dinobot went zip, zip, boom! Megatron's angry, orders everyone to find Dinobot.
Locating him before Megatron must become a priority now.
All Maximals and Autobots. New mission.
Track down and recover Dinobot before the Predacons do. Mainframe will remain at the base and secure the Ark.
I am happy to be included, Optimus Primal.
I haven't seen any sign of activity here. Better move on. No time to stop and smell the flowers.
A lone beast. Knowing Cybertron's current infestation, it's probably a Maximal. Kneel before me, Air Commander Starscream, and last rightful ruler of the Decepticons.
There's no need for introductions. We met before.
You're a rude one.
No, I'm a smart one.
Megatron always recognized me as a superior warrior among his ranks.
Leaving so soon? Did that hurt?
Get off my foot, you brute!
We know Dinobot has the golden disc. Tell me why it's so important.
Ah! The disc was important to Megatron, but I don't know why!
I want more. Tell me.
Ah! It belonged to my Megatron. One day he had it, but only a select few knew what it was for. I wasn't one of them. I swear I don't know.
If it was important to the Lord of the Decepticons, then it must be dangerous.
No doubt. Megatron is poised as ever to reclaim the disc and unlock its secrets.
Then you best get looking. Because if you stop in to fight me, you don't have any clue where he's either.
You are a smart one. I will remember that, Rhinox.
So you do remember me?
I never forget a face.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. He gave me one bit of useful intel. Something that Prime might be able to provide more details on.
This golden disc is something I am far too familiar with. Long ago when Megatron started the war, he wanted a weapon that the Autobots could not defeat. So with the help of a brilliant inventor, Zarak, the Decepticons built the Titan Scorponok. This Titan was so big, it even dwarfed Omega Supreme.
How do you know all of this?
Before the war, Megatron and I often spoke about how to spark a revolution of change on Cybertron. We both knew we had to appeal to the High Council. But if that were to have failed, Megatron often spoke of a Titan to ensure it wouldn't, as intimidation. Later on, while I was captured once, he showed me the disc, and bragged about his dream coming to fruition.
His arrogance revealed to us what we're up against, and why finding the golden disc is paramount not only to our cause, but our survival as well.
Bring me my disc, you worthless primitive.
This is the old world, where the Autobots and Decepticons battled. I've never seen so much metal before. How did you find me?
Megatron has dispatched all Decepticons in hunting you as well. I knew which way you went and assumed you would be foolish enough to be distracted by the first sign of civilization.
What is this place?
An engineering facility. Probably last used developing a tech that would be part of the Autobot Arc. It looks as if it could possibly function as well with some repairs to the power grid. Interesting.
Why would you need to repair this?
I have always operated an off-site laboratory during the war. Megatron felt my work was best left unhindered by the distractions of the war. If I can get back in the lab, I can continue my experiments. One key experiment could save Cybertron itself. You best stay here for the time. I will require your assistance.
What is the experiment? You still haven't told me of this experiment and why it is important.
Allow me to ask you, what do you know of Rodimus Prime?
Another Prime.
Rodimus was a wartime Prime, selected by Optimus as his protege and potential successor should he be killed.
What happened to him?
I killed him. Later he would return to life and enter that lab where we were. 3 of the pods were not carbon-lined and could not protect from Vector Sigma's reformation. The 3 bots were reformatted into Maximals and Predacons, just as all of the other Maximals and Predacons are reformatted Autobots and Decepticons.
All of us?
Correct. Your spark is Rodimus Prime's. You value honor and respect from your peers and adversaries. Those are his traits. I intend to reawaken his consciousness within your spark. From there, mixed with cybernucleic acid, energon, and some parts from deceased bots I discovered, preserved by the lab before it fell out of operation. Shall I waste more time or can we begin?
What would happen to me if my spark, his spark, is awakened?
That is the experiment. I believe I can split the spark. 2 halves of one whole.
Whether you are right or not, my spark originates from a Prime. If my honor is his, then I know he would be willing to sacrifice himself to restore me if our roles were reversed.
This will be painful.
Shockwave, you have aided and abetted the escape of the fugitive Dinobot by Megatron's orders. You must be terminated.
We'll see.
What are you attempting to do?
Restore Cybertron. Soundwave, aid me in this experiment and I will give you the golden disc and surrender. You must stabilize Dinobot while I activate the neutron generator. The energy output required to recreate his body is not enough. I will have to construct a new one, or reanimate one of the deceased as a vessel.
Dinobot life signal appears stable.
Soundwave, bring me one of the preserved corpses in that locker. Voyager class, quickly.
Optimus Prime?
Dinobot.
You were able to separate their consciousnesses. You split their sparks.
Correct. And with more practice and the right timing, we can restore Lord Megatron and be rid of the Predacon Pretender.
Shockwave, why did you try to save me? Why not another Decepticon?
Logic. The golden disc must be kept out of Megatron's hands. He will use it to stop the return of the Autobots and Decepticons. Out of all the bots I could restore, your demonstrated ability to resist me and my forces proves you're the only one I can trust to keep it hidden.
How did you know?
I've been consciously aware the whole time. Every battle, every thought, every experience. I've been there. I couldn't do anything or sway your thoughts. I could only watch. At first I didn't understand why I couldn't control my actions. My words spoken weren't my own. After thousands of years I eventually realized my body was not my own anymore.
I have tried to live my life well, with honor and nobility. But I fear the Maximus I have killed have stained your Autobot honor.
You've been fighting for the wrong cause. I've been trying to get through to you for as long as you've been fighting. Funny how it was Shockwave that pushed you to finally come to your senses.
Alert! You must leave with the disc now. Predacon forces inbound.
You're letting us go?
You will stay and continue your work. They will take the disc to Optimus.
My body feels different. My systems say I have a new form. With a hell of an alt mode. And a trailer. Let's roll.
How did the Predacons find us?
I called them.
Tell me you know where you're going!
If I know Optimus, he's gone to Site Beta. Mainframe should have finished the arc too. They should be airborne just like the Maximus ship.
Then why are we going to this site?
Because I can contact the ship from there.
Your city has mines!
We'd never mine the city. We're under attack!
Waspinator find Dinobot and Redbot.
A red bot? Shit!
Get in the trailer!
I will not hide from battle!
Stubborn jackass is to provide cover!
Get behind me! I shall cover you! Most impressive.
If I had this against Shockwave's forces, it would have been a much different Cybertronian campaign.
I'm going to secure the disc.
But this is Waspinator's mission. Waspinator should get the disc.
Surrender the disc, Dinobot, and I might allow you a quick death.
There is no honor in surrender.
Your value of honor is a crutch, a weakness, one I've grown tired of hearing about.
Cash!
Thanks.
Who the sclap are you?
I am Rodimus Prime, and if you value your life, you will surrender and withdraw your forces.
Another prime? Oh, I am tired of primes.
Your form is amateurish, unrefined. You can't take me, kid. Last chance to surrender.
I don't know how you got here, but you should have stayed away.
Never thought I'd see Brawl acting tough.
Wait, I look tough? Do I look cool?
Sure.
Do I look handsome?
Excuse me?
I want to look hot and buff for Black Arachnia. Think I've got a shot with her.
Oh, yeah, Brawl. Taken from someone who's fought in the real war, we've got that shared experience, right? You can trust me. If you've got a shot, take it.
Oh, hell yeah!
That last part wasn't intended for you.
Let's go!
Don't let them get away! Yo.
How much longer until we get there?
Get comfortable. It'll be a bit.
Rattrap, you need to log what grids you've searched so we're not doubling on your search patterns.
I know. These stupid Autobot protocols.
Those stupid Autobot protocols are procedures I've been harping on you about long before they arrived.
Yeah, well, they're still stupid.
Efficiency is quite the opposite of stupid, actually.
There aren't any Autobots out on patrol.
This is correct. All Autobots are currently on the Ark, except for me.
Unknown bot, transform and reveal yourself to us. Dinobot?
You are hard bots to find, Optimus Primal.
If you don't know where to look.
Who's Big Red?
My name is Rodimus Prime, Lieutenant to Optimus Prime, Commanding Officer for the Autobot Cybertron Defense Campaign. But more importantly, a friend.
Rodimus? Optimus said you were dead. Your pod was empty. And how did you find Dinobot? Why did you bring him here?
He's defecting. Where's Optimus?
Not really a technical disguise.
On that, we agree.
I have summoned for you, Optimus. Perhaps you will see it as proof of my defection.
Optimus.
Cliff Jumper, what's the rush? Rodimus?
I thought you had perished, my friend.
There's a lot I need to tell you about.
I can't believe of all the bots who would save you, it'd be Shockwave.
He's got to have an ulterior motive.
Shockwave seems to rationalize all decisions in logic. If he has done this, it is no doubt for personal gain.
And that all the rest of us Maximals are actually some Autobot got reformatted? Is that correct?
The Maximals and Predacons are reformatted Autobots and Decepticons. Seeing as I was born from an Autobot spark, there could be those of you who originated from a Decepticon.
Can you think of any possibilities as to who we are?
Shockwave did not provide many details.
Given the scale of the battle followed by the chaos of a rushed exodus, there could be any number of possibilities. There is one bot that comes to mind when I think of you, Primal.
Who's that?
Given your regular demeanor, my guess is you would have been Ultra Magnus.
I can see that. You stayed behind to hold off General Ross while Megatron enacted the Reformation. Your spark is that of the hero who made the ultimate sacrifice so your world could exist.
What? I believe if we exist because of spark donors like Ultra Magnus, we owe it to those bots to restore their sparks, as they gifted ours. We need to pay a visit to Shockwave.
He's an icon in an old university research lab.
Only one stood after the war began, and I know where to find it.
Energon levels are stable for now. There is still much work to do before we are ready for the true Megatron's return.
So explain it all to me again?
Right. So, we're in the Fountain of All Sparks, the afterlife, and had to cross a gateway that would return us to the mortal plane.
You guys better come quick!
What's going on here?
Optimus Prime is preparing to lead the Maximals to Shockwave.
Shouldn't that be my call to make, Optimus? My trek to lead them on.
I tried telling him that. He's not listening.
If I have a chance at bringing my friends home, then I won't hesitate to save them.
No. It needs to be their choice. You can't force it on them. Dinobot and Rodimus have both confirmed its pain and risk. It could kill them.
You're wasting your time, Primal. Optimus preaches morality, but his own tends to bend when he's desperate.
If you have a problem with how I lead, you can always leave. Oh wait, you already did. You joined the Maximals, which means your say in how I lead means nothing to me.
He's not going anywhere, and neither is Rhinox. Not until I hear him say what he wants.
Very well.
I will speak with the Maximals, and lead all who agree to this myself. In the meantime, why don't you work with Dinobot and Mainframe on the Golden Disc? Figure out where this Decepticon weapon is, so we can deactivate it permanently before it's brought online.
A wise judgment.
That was a charged moment.
What were you thinking of taking the Maximals without his go-ahead? Do you know the potential consequences of what you were trying to do?
It is up to me to bring every Autobot we can back to Cybertron.
And you could have brought them back to a war with the Maximals. If anything had gone wrong, you would make them an enemy. Don't forget, we already have the Predacons to deal with. And the return of the Autobots also includes the Decepticons if the truce held up. We don't need more enemies.
There are ways to discover the status of the Autobots off-world.
How?
I can make contact with the Ark on Earth. If they are there, we can establish communication with them from here.
Do it.
Connecting to Ark communications. Syncing. 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 Sync complete.
This is the Ark. Blaster speaking.
Blaster, this is Optimus Prime.
Optimus? I've got Optimus, everyone! Yours is a voice I've desperately been waiting to hear.
Blaster, what is the status of the other Autobots? Does the Autobot Decepticon truce still hold?
The truce failed.
Optimus, this is Ironhide. The truce hardly lasted a day. No fault of any Autobots, but there have been many casualties. When can we come back to Cybertron?
I fear we have no way of bringing you home, old friend. Cybertron is different from the way we left it. The planet itself is reformatted to sustain techno-organic life forms. The Maximals, our descendants, and the Predacons, descendants of the Decepticons.
Optimus, you said there was no way home. But what if you're wrong about that?
Go on.
We have a functioning space bridge we constructed here on the Ark, remember? If y'all could get one working on your end, then we'll have a guaranteed targeted destination.
You made a blind jump and made it here. Back at my outpost, Perceptor was building the one on our end to be the other end. We could see if my base is intact, and if so, the space bridge inside.
Does the space bridge still function on your end?
It should. We'll just need to get some power to juice it up.
Very well. We will work on our end and reconvene with an update.
I'm no space bridge expert, but I might be able to work it out.
Then please come along.
You might need the assistance of a warrior on your mission.
I believe the Maximals will need your help more than us.
Very well.
Optimus, you and I both know we're walking into a place blind, and you don't want any extra help. You were willing to put Maximals through a dangerous procedure by Shockwave without consulting their leader. What's gotten into you?
Something is coming. I can feel it in my spark. The Maximals may be our allies, but they are not fighters like we are. We need every Autobot in the fight to come. Also, I don't need a Predacon following me.
That Predacon was me.
And now he's not. The Predacons are our enemies now, and unlike the Decepticons, they're beasts. Animals!
Forget it. Let's roll out already.
I know what the building looks like, which is more than I can say for you.
Chopperface tries to join us and still acts like he has one bad day from killing us.
Your non-stop whining is making my day bad, rodent.
Enough, you two. Any Predacon on Cybertron can hear you bickering.
It's not my bickering you should be worrying about.
What's that supposed to mean?
I overheard Optimus Prime speaking with Rodimus. He wants more Autobots for an upcoming fight.
The Autobots have proven useful. That could be good.
In that same conversation, He also spoke of his lack of faith and trust in Maximus and his distaste for Predacons. He referred to us as beasts, mere animals, even.
He wouldn't say that.
And even if he did, we need to understand that trust goes both ways. We haven't been completely honest with them on much, so we can't expect their complete trust.
Rhinox has a point. I will speak to Optimus about this, and maybe it's time we tell him everything.
Stupid Maximus fall into Waspinator's trap. Megatron will be pleased.
Enough about pleasing Megatron. Kill the Maximals first.
Aww, Catbot always ruins Waspinator's fun.
Oh, great. Just when things were bad, Shadow Panther shows up.
We've all sustained damages from the explosives. We need to recover and regroup, and we can't do that with Shadow Panther around.
I'm not really hurt. I'll run away and give him the slip.
It's too dangerous, Cheetor!
He's too fast for any of you. It has to be me.
Keep the remaining Maximals at bay. I shall retrieve the runaway. Did you think you could escape? I know you're trying to hit the Shockwave, and I know why. I've seen what he's doing there. I've reported it to Megatron. It's only a matter of time before that operation is shut down.
No, the Autobots and Decepticons that gave us our lives deserves theirs back.
Megatron has ordered no more of them to come back. There's too many now. More will upset the ecosystem here. Cybertron is no longer their home. It is ours. Even when you fight at your hardest, it's not good enough. No wonder why you need the Autobots to do all the fighting for you.
I can take care of myself.
I'd ask if you want a slow or quick death, but I don't trust Waspinator alone for too long, so quick it'll have to be.
Wait!
What?
Am I allowed? Any last words?
You're stalling for extra seconds of life. Truly, you Maximals can't be that desperate.
A simple misdirection.
You're a big one. Am I supposed to run away?
Or you can try dying.
Ah, right. Very well then.
Tigatron, I'm glad to see you.
I wish it could be under better circumstances.
What's wrong?
My home was invaded by an enemy. I was forced out.
What bots?
The coordinates of your home are in the same trajectory the Autobots were headed.
Did the Autobots force you out?
Not all. One. Optimus Prime.
Why would Optimus Prime do that?
Historical records told of a heroic Optimus Prime. That was not who I met. There was something wrong with him and his team. They got me out to warn you.
I warned you. Prime is not an ally.
What happened to the rest of the Autobots?
I don't know.
Rodimus. Cliff Jumper.
Where are you?
What are we gonna do?
Rodimus, why did you push him?
I didn't push him. I asked him what the hell.
Doesn't matter. He's still hunting us. And if Rodimus hadn't pushed, we would have never learned the truth.
The truth. I'm surprised it's still standing, all things considered.
Power generator should be just up ahead.
Where is the space bridge located?
We gotta clear the place first. Get the power online. Back up all the systems.
Fine.
Shouldn't take too long.
It appears the power generator is still operating.
Operating? It's on now?
Correct. It should have shut down after time, unless it was reactivated.
If it is already operational, then getting more of my friends back should be priority 1.
What about who turned it on?
With greater numbers, whatever threat there may be, they'll find themselves vastly overwhelmed.
What if it's another Maximal?
What if it is another Maximal?
Can I speak to you in private?
Later, my friend.
No, not later. Now. If you won't talk in private, we'll do this now.
Rodimus.
Exactly. Rodimus. Prime. You named me a Prime because in your own words, my spark was good and worthy of the Matrix. Yours should be too, but lately you're not. You just threatened this bot even if it's a Maximal ally.
Perhaps this can wait.
Do you want to know something? I don't like your attitude. I find your ego and personal opinion of your own self-worth pathetic.
Optimus.
Let me ask you something. After dying, coming back, being reformatted only to come back again, does that give your words credibility? Are you somehow more fit to lead because you've experienced failure and second chances? You're the Autobots' version of Starscream.
I don't know where you're going with this, but choose your next words carefully.
Rodimus.
You are not a Prime, Hot Rod. What you are is a disappointment.
Both of you! Stop and look!
Put that down! We're not the Decepticons. Oh, what are you gonna do now? Shoot me?
Do what you will.
Hey, you can come out now. No one is going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
I don't do talking.
You're talking now, aren't you?
Primal informed me of you, Autobots. But if he is Optimus Prime, why does he speak of terminating me so easily?
Optimus is just having a hard day. We're desperate to see our friends again, and we very nearly can. But we might need your help.
So, which Autobot do you think this Maximal is?
Based on mannerisms, speech patterns, and posture, I would suspect we're not speaking to an Autobot. My guess would be...
I can hear you. And I know who I was. I often meditate in my isolation. I often dreamed of experiences that weren't mine. But in a way, they were. I was a Decepticon for a time. And then, I switched sides. I believe I was called Drift. Drift? I saw him take a tank shell for Perceptor. A decision I think he will make again. If we could go back.
I could see the resemblance now. Yeah, it's almost uncanny. But you see, your consciousness is not his. He is just merely lying dormant inside of your mind. The good news is, we have discovered a way to separate your sparks so that you both may live.
I had become Dinobot. I know what it's like.
If I can save Drift, I will. But first, in return for giving me this information, I shall assist you as needed.
Thank you. In your time here, have you seen the space bridge?
It would look like a gateway, but just pressed against a wall.
Yes. I have feared what it was, so I have avoided it.
Which means it should be operational. Which means the communication array should be online as well.
Wait, I need to cover you.
Happy now?
More than you can possibly imagine. Hot Rod.
Just let it go.
What did I do to you? How have I wronged you? I thought we were friends.
You fought wrong. And I have grown tired of this act.
Act? Who are you calling?
I'm calling my real friends.
But you're struggling to find their signal, which it should be auto-locked to. So you're not calling the Autobots.
What's happening? Who are you calling?
The Decepticons.
What is wrong with your friend?
I'm wondering the same.
Poke your heads out so I can blast them off.
What the hell?
Whoever that is, it's not Optimus!
Who the hell are you? You are not Optimus.
I am the only Optimus you've ever known.
What do you mean?
Oh, what a story. Before you came online, Hot Rod, there was a great battle to defeat Unicron. Autobots and Decepticons fighting together to kill the Chaos Bringer. A battle that resulted in relying on the greatest relic in Primus's arsenal, the Matrix of Leadership. I did not survive. As my life force faded into darkness, I heard his voice, Unicron's voice. I had expelled the full power of the Matrix, and all it had done to him was make him a little sleepy. He showed me the truth. Primus is weak. All will fall into chaos and darkness, and you can either be on its side or fight its inevitability.
No.
That day I ceased being Optimus Prime, pillar of virtue, and I've been lying in wait, just as my master foretold. He told me with patience would come a weak and vulnerable Cybertron. The only reason I'm even telling you this now is because you're not gonna live to tell anyone.
Is he dead?
Nope. Still alive. We need to leave now.
I agree.
Maximal.
My name is Tigatron.
Tigatron, you need to get to the other Maximals. Let them know what's happening here. Optimus Prime is now an enemy.
Tracking them should be of little trouble. Consider it done.
You guys go. I'll hold off Prime as long as I can.
No, you'll die.
Only if he kills me.
We're being serious. Optimus is unhinged. There's no telling what lengths he'll go to.
You heard what I heard. If he's telling the truth, he hasn't been Optimus Prime for a long time. He's been a herald of Unicron, and we have no idea what the full extent of his power is, if that's the case.
Exactly why we're staying with you. What's the plan, Prime?
You and I will distract Optimus. Gigawatt will shut down the power generator. Destroy it if you have to.
What then?
Get back to the Ark.
He's not going down.
Wow. That was pitiful. Do you really think your attacks do anything? They just tickle me. Do you know how hard it is to be held back? To hide my true strength has been a challenge like no other.
What I'm wondering, if you've always been this servant of Unicron, how did you become one with the Allspark when Megatron killed you?
My defeat led to a wonderful opportunity. Unicron created a mask to hide my spark's true energy from Primus. It has always been the plan that once Cybertron and its colony worlds are destroyed, the afterlife would be next to fall. Even in death, Primus's creations would face oblivion. I knew Unicron would restore my life one way or another, so it was only a matter of time. But then you helped me back. Unicron has been in the shadows, orchestrating everything to bring Cybertron to this point. He had me send you to Cybertron to split the war on two fronts and divide our race further. He sent subliminal telepathic messages to the humans that would trigger programmed nightmares to make them hate Cybertronians. He fed them the schematics for General Ross's android based off my proven superior design. Or does that not look a little familiar now? That hurt.
Rodimus, Cliff Jumper.
What are we gonna do?
Rodimus, why did you push him?
I didn't push him. I asked him what the hell.
It doesn't matter. He's still hunting us. And if Rodimus hadn't pushed, we would have never learned the truth.
The truth.
Not gonna lie, I don't like the truth.
I've set the base into lockdown and have hacked into the power generator and base controls. I can make it very difficult for him to escape, but very easy for us. But you have to follow my lead.
First time for everything.
I was wondering where you ran off to.
This way.
What are you waiting for? Open it up.
Nope! Optimus is on the other side, just waiting for us.
How did he get around us?
He's Optimus Prime. That should say enough.
I'm sealing this door. We'll get out through the tunnels.
Good. The sooner we get out, the sooner you seal this place completely.
And what about the space bridge and the other Autobots?
We'll find another way.
The tunnels. Very clever little Autobots.
The Decepticons were trying to cave these tunnels in during their siege.
What?
After you die.
Okay. So did they?
Mostly. There's one route that remained intact.
There's always the option of unlocking the base. In fact, I order you to unlock the base.
Consider that order disobeyed. This base will be your tomb.
Or yours. Doesn't bother me.
Hey, what? Start running. I've got a really bad idea. Fire in the hole.
Oh, son of a glitch.
The tunnel's structural integrity is...
Draw. Where are we?
Our GPS location is right in the dead center of Kaon.
Since when did your base have a tunnel to Kaon, Rodimus?
It didn't. At least not one that I knew of. Optimus told me before deploying on the Cybertron campaign it would be the most fortified base.
So Optimus wanted you to sit and own a base that had a direct tunnel to the enemy, but not tell you about that.
If what he was saying is true, I think there are lots of questions we have zero answers to.
Everything is falling into place, Master.
As I had foreseen, it is time to muster my followers.
I am an instrument of your will, Unicron. This is Nemesis Prime. The time has come to execute Unicron's vision. Commandeer the Ark and traverse the space bridge. I will join you to destabilize the Autobot organization.
All hail the Chaos Bringer.
My Decepticon brothers and sisters, where Megatron has failed us, Nemesis Prime has proven once again to be the far superior leader and clearly provides the truest path for which the Decepticons must walk. Our mission: to storm the Ark, commandeer the Autobot space bridge, and travel to Cybertron. We have waited a long time, and now we can finally go home. All hail Unicron!
What was that? Was that an earthquake?
No.
Bumblebee!
We're under attack.
I'm getting alerts that Decepticons have breached the Ark.
I can confirm. I'm in a firefight in hallway A2.
Bludgeon, there appears to be only one Autobot.
Then there should be no excuse to keep pushing forward.
I need backup.
Good job holding them back, Bumblebee.
Let's drive them out, now!
Ah, scrap! More Autobots showed up!
What is taking so long?
The Autobots are beginning to mount a defense.
As we anticipated, for now, hold the line. We wait for Prime's signal.
Does it look like the Decepticons have breached the hull in any other areas?
Doesn't appear so. Hull integrity 90 to 95% throughout the rest of the arc.
What are they planning? What? Entering in from only one entry point is suicidal, even in an ambush.
You think this is a distraction for another wave of Decepticons?
I do. We need to be alert to any and all potential threats. Copy that.
Optimus Prime to Arc. Come in, Arc.
This is Ironhide. We read you, Optimus, and we really need your help. The Decepticons are launching an attack.
Activate the space bridge. Frankly, I'm in a bad mood and intend to end this battle.
That's what I'm talking about. Activate the space bridge now.
Never pictured black as your color, Optimus.
Optimus.
Wrong. I am Nemesis Prime. And you are nothing.
I never imagined you'd betray us. Your friends.
All part of my plan. What you don't see coming, you don't prepare for. Tarn, I've commandeered the space bridge and will now begin disrupting the Autobots organization. Prepare to move in on my position.
Understood, Prime.
Optimus Prime to Autobot forces. I have crossed the space bridge. We need to lure the Decepticons into a trap I've devised.
Hell yeah! Optimus is here!
Hallway A2 must fall back to B9.
Wait! Optimus, this is Springer. To clarify, we're letting them deeper into the arc.
That'll be the last thing they do.
He sounds really pissed.
Things on Cybertron must not be going well.
They retreating!
I can see that. Nemesis is proving his value as a leader once again. It is time to cross the space bridge.
Optimus, we've reached B9. What's this trap?
You're in it.
All aboard the Cybertron Express.
Incoming! Ah! It's a Dinobot!
I didn't think you were smart enough to get out of your own cave. Any pain you deal to me, I will deal back onto you tenfold. The big bad Grimlock. You're not so tough.
I will show you tough, Optimus.
He's distracted, Grimlock.
Oh, damn it, you fool.
Ah! My optics!
Optimus, what have you done?
Iacon.
This is where we, the chosen faithful, will take refuge.
Optimus Prime?
The time has come, Shockwave.
All hail Unicron!
Soundwave, join me in serving Unicron, and I shall restore your precious Megatron with far greater power than he has ever known. you may resume serving him, so that he, in turn, may serve Unicron.
He will come around, in time.
That will require Megatron. Where is the Predacon lair?
I will bring you there.
There is somewhere you must bring me first.
You wish to activate Scorponok. So, the Predacon and Lesser Prime managed to deliver the disc after all. Zarak will certainly be pleased to see you.
I have to warn the Autobots.
What was that noise?
It appears to be a distress signal from the Autobot outpost.
That's where Optimus went. He needs our help.
I must remain at the Ark.
We're all staying here.
Where is Optimus Prime?
Forget him.
Optimus is not who we thought he was. I'll explain everything, but for now, shut off that alarm. It's a trap.
It is as you said, Tigatron. He is evil.
And if he is here, he has probably killed the other Autobots.
Rodimus, Gigawatt, and Cliffjumper were good bots. I'd have been honored to have them as Maximals, and still honored to have been allies with them for a brief time together. We will not let their sacrifice be in vain. Give these Decepticons everything we've got!
Look out!
More Decepticons. Shockwave, I was informed you were experimenting and bringing some more back, but this is a lot, and I am confused as to where you found this many. However, I am, if nothing else, fair. You may now all pledge your allegiance to me, your new Lord Megatron. Yes. Wow! You are a disgrace to the name and title. I'm almost impressed. Optimus? I am Optimus no more. Predacons, your leader is a pathetic sham. You serve me now, or you choose to die here. Either one's fine with me. I was intending on another errand before dealing with you, but you've just made it so convenient for me. Oh! Megatron, I know you are in there. Is this what you pictured as your perfect, reformatted self? Old friend, did you really think this new self could dominate Cybertron in your name?
I had hoped I would be in control. To be me. All this was an unintended side effect.
Do you want to come back?
Answer me this first. What happened to you?
Long ago, there was a battle against Unicron. Do you recall?
Yes, we defeated him.
No, he defeated me. And in that moment, I had clarity. A vision of what could come to pass. He decided to change his plan. I was killed in that fight, and restored back to life as his vessel of chaos.
So he made you a Decepticon. Why fight me when we're on the same side?
We were not. A fragment of your Decepticons are worshippers of Unicron. Those are my base. Now it's time to convert you.
Megatron serves no one, especially not you!
You got it all wrong, Megatron. You would not serve me. We would lead together, as heralds of Unicron.
So, I would be a slave to Unicron? No thanks.
Unicron is not what we've been told he is. That's just how the stories have been written. But if you refuse to believe me, just ask him yourself.
What?
Megatron, it delights me to be speaking with you.
Make your points quick. I do not wish for lengthy conversation.
I find your posturing annoying, but very well. If you wish to know who I am, allow me to relay history as it truly happened. In the beginning, Primus and I were two entities. I relished in chaos, while he required the subjugation of order. He created the Primes to enforce his order, and in return I created your race. Completely free thinking, chaos to his vision. His Primes could not destroy the innocent lives I created, and thus Primus's greatest enforcers were forced to protect my chaotic creations.
You created my race?
Yes. And for my actions, Primus turned his primes onto me to destroy me and in turn, your ancestors. They were successful in driving me away, but he was too weak to destroy your ancestors and was forced to hibernate. Exactly where he has been while using his influence to turn my creations against me as well. I do not want to destroy your people, as Primus has led you all to believe. I want my creations back. I will kill my brother Spark, consume this planet, and use the energy to forge a better one. Without Primus's foul influence, a world flush with resources and nothing but opportunity, you and Nemesis shall guide your race into prosperity together, as I shall guide you to restore the balance. Can you see it? Can you see my vision?
It's beautiful.
Then I grant you new life, a new purpose, and a new identity as Galvatron.
What is happening?
Unicron is separating the Megatrons himself.
Decepticons, behold the presence of the Second Herald, Galvatron!
You are Megatron. My namesake. Not anymore. All hail Unicron.
I can't believe we're on Cybertron again. Everything's a mess from what I can tell. My SOS signal was ignored. Everyone else might be dead.
Which way did the Decepticons go?
Hard to say. Kaon and the Badlands give off a weird static. Hyacon has no response signals pinging back. I've never seen a storm like that on Cybertron.
What is happening to Cybertron?
The end of times?
If I had to guess, that's where Optimus went.
And that's exactly where we're about to go.